What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to SMITE Meta Casual News. In today's episode, we'll be running through all the new skins and cards. We'll talk a little bit about the Nemesis voice controversy, Bastet removed, Bastet nerfed, all kinds of kitty cat news, the rise of Osiris, healing debuffs, Janus or Yanis if you want to be correct, and of course a community question. This is FG3000. You're you, and here comes some news. My oh my, what a patch it's been for skins this week. We have the brand new Cthulhu AMC, which we got a little tease of earlier this week. It looks phenomenal. The hives, the abilities, the voice pack is just out of this world. If you haven't picked this one up, you need to find 600 jimmies as fast as you can and get this skin. Unless you want a skin that's even better than this one. Geb. Like what? Like, holy crap, look at this thing. Need I remind you what this game used to look like? This is the future of Hi-Rez, the future of Smite. My friends, it is amazing. 600 gems once again. This one's worth every penny. Holy crap. I don't even have words. I'm just gonna go to the next topic. My second favorite monkey got a brand new skin card with the Shaolin monkey skin. Looking good, Mr. Hun Bots. And also my favorite fat man, Kuba Karna, has gotten the gold treatment. His card's available as well as his skin. It wasn't in the patch notes. Once again, snuck up on ya. And that's going to round out all the brand new cards and skins. Next topic. Now, if you don't know the details of this next topic, allow me to catch you up to speed. Now, previous patch, we got a brand new skin, Blind Vengeance Nemesis, looks phenomenal. We did not have a voice pack in that patch. Now, this patch, Hi-Rez added a voice pack to the skin. Everything sounds great so far. Everything sounds peachy. Well, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on which side you're on, they added some very, very heavy Japanese accented tones to her skin. So instead of saying like, you rock, she's like, Yuraku! Now, I feel like I'm racist now, but you know what I'm trying to say here. Now, a lot of people are conflicted, like, this is not the Nemesis that I want. This is not the way that she's portrayed. You've kind of taken Nemesis and made her into a Japanese Saturday morning anime. You know what I mean? So I understand that. As far as my personal opinion, I like the skin and I like the voice pack. I like the jokes. I'm sorry. I love Nemesis. She's one of my favorites, but I'm okay with it. But it did raise a very, very interesting topic, is that we need to have an option where you can select which voice pack you want. So if you have Nemesis and you want to use Blind Vengeance, but you want to use the default Nemesis voice pack, you should be able to do that. So I think that is probably coming sooner than later, but you know, we're just going to have to tough it up for now. So that's all for Nemesis. Still want to hear your comments and your feedback. Next topic. You take that, you cat. Take it. You been nerfed, son. Get out of Mumble. You're done. Bastet has been nerfed. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the skin removal. Just a few weeks ago, Bastet got a brand new skin called Night Prowler. Obviously, we knew it took cues from Catwoman from DC Comics, but I thought that it was kind of like inspired by, not necessarily stolen, because it doesn't look like Catwoman. I mean, it's just a cat in a leather suit. So I actually thought they were okay, but apparently not. DC didn't like it, so it has been temporarily removed from the game. It will come back. I'm pretty sure it'll look very similar. They're probably just going to add some knickknacks to it. I don't know. It'll be fine. If they can get away with the Dark Lord Sun Wukong, I'm pretty sure just a couple of tweaks, and then they'll be fine with Bastet. But let's talk about the nerf. Now, they've nerfed Bastet's too. They've decreased the damage. They've also increased the casting time, which is, you know, all around, that's going to bring her down a notch. They've also changed her pounce a little bit. So when she pounces in now, she only has 1 second of CC immunity. So if she can get out in that 1 second, she can try to do like one auto attack and then pounce out before that. But most likely she's not going to be able to do what she's done before, which is this. Pounce in, use her 2, use her 3, hit her cats, and then she's out of there. Now, if she tries to do something like that, she runs the risk of getting rooted by, let's say, a Scylla, for example, crushed and killed before she can pounce out. This is really, really good because it allows her to be punished for being aggressive. Before, there was no punishment. Bastet was a beast. When you came into the solo lane, you know that time where the jungler and the solo are in the same lane for a little while? You absolutely knew that Bastet was going to pounce on you, hit you twice, and then run off with absolutely no consequence. So I'm glad that's going to be toned down a little bit. She's still a very, very strong character. Do not get it twisted. She's still in a very, very good spot. Hopefully this brings her down a notch so she doesn't kill you under your tower for the 15th time in a freaking match and there's nothing you can do about it. Hopefully that's over. Next topic. Osiris, welcome my friend to Buffsville. Population, yeah, you know the rest. Now, before we talk about the buffs, I just want to kind of laugh by myself for a second. It's really, really funny to go into the Smite chat room when a new god is being released and they're kind of going over his abilities and everyone's like, this is OP, this is going to be the worst thing ever. Hi-Rez, you don't know how to balance stuff. This is just hilarious to me. So, Osiris was buffed and he needed it. He is a warrior. He was very, very squishy. So they've increased his base health from 410 to 475, which is great. His ult was also the subject of a lot of interrupts in this game. You could be interrupted out of your ult by so many abilities. So now he has CC immunity on his ult, and now it hits everybody in that little small radius as opposed to the person that is the lowest health next to him. So all in all, some pretty good Osiris changes. I liked him before, to be honest with you. I did not think he was overpowered. I didn't think he was very weak either. I thought he was actually in a pretty decent spot. But I only kind of played him in the solo lane, which if you come out of the solo lane, you're going to be pretty strong anyway. So, you know what? I'll take you guys' word on it. He needed some buffs. So he got them. That's Osiris. I'm going on to the next topic. Well, I have a confession to make. I had no idea that this was broken or not in the game or whatever. No clue. I thought this is how it's worked the entire time I've played Smite. Now you're asking, what the heck are you talking about, FG? Healing debuffs is what I'm talking about. So, now in the game, if you have an ability like Sickening Strike, and if you don't know what Sickening Strike does, that is a 50% reduction to healing on your enemies. Divine Ruin is an item that you can purchase that is a 40% reduction. If you have the item and you use the ability, that now provides you 90% healing reduction on your enemies. I thought that's how it's always been. I am 100% wrong, but as of this last patch, that is how it works. Now, was this a bug? You know, I don't think it was ever a bug, to be honest with you. I do not think it's a bug. I think Hi-Rez saw how Osiris played, how Osiris is kind of like an anti-healer. Like, I'm going to kill your healer. She's not going to be able to heal. I'm getting that deicide, right? I think they saw that, and I think they liked that gameplay. Have you ever been in a game where even if you purchase Divine Ruin and Beat Stick, and you're up against like a Hell, and a Aphrodite, and a Ra, you just can't break through their healing because 40% just isn't enough at times? I think they said, you know what? Osiris has given us an idea. Let's let these abilities stack and let's just see what happens. So that is in the game right now. Is it going to stay that way? I don't know, but it's a very, very interesting look. It's a very, very interesting experiment. We'll see how it goes. I do like the fact that you can shut down healers. I love it. I don't want healers to be necessary. They're not necessary now, but when you're going against them in a pickup group, it seems like you just can't win if they get ahead. Like, they are just going to steamroll over you, and a lot of people have a problem with buying their anti-healing items late. Like, they buy it when they realize, oh crap, these guys are healing a ton. Let me go buy a beat stick. You're supposed to buy a beat stick before they get out of control. Like, it should be one of your first items. Beat stick, you should be buying your curse, you should be buying Divine Ruin, you should be buying those items before the healing gets out of hand, not after. So it's going to be interesting to see this. We're going to see how it pans out. Once again, I'm pretty sure Hi-Rez is looking at this pretty hardcore. We'll see if it stays in the game or not. As of right now, I really don't have a real strong opinion either way, but we'll keep playing and we'll take a look at it. Next topic. Now for some news of your next god, Janis Joplin, who is not your brand new Smite god. She's actually a former singer-songwriter from the 70s who died of a heroin overdose. She's actually very, very popular here in Austin, Texas. She attended the University of Texas also. But you know what? You didn't come here for that. You came here for some new God news. Unfortunately, I got nothing for you. Smite routinely puts little fake placeholder images in their files. So Janus, or Yanis, the god, whichever pronunciation you want to go for. Janus is your next god, so they threw in Janis Joplin pictures just because. But they did put in this little icon on the right-hand part of your screen, which pretty much looks like a portal. So if you weren't convinced that Janus or Yanis would have some type of portal abilities, this is your confirmation. It looks like it's pretty much a done deal. But that's all we have in the Smite files for this week. That's it for data mining. Next topic. And a quick question to round out today's episode. Hey FG, nice vid as always. Thank you, buddy. I'd like to ask you a question. What do you think about Sun Wukong? Is he a better support or solo? I have always been playing him at the solo lane. I do fine, but I always see him as a support. What do you think? Well, spoiler alert, I think he's a better support, and the reason why is that he is just so potent over there. His poke is second to none. It's high damaging. It's easy to land. He can help clear the way very, very well. His speed to rotating to the mid camps and getting back to protect his ADC is only second to Geb. His ability to avoid ganks and not give up easy kills. His ultimate, his initiation with his 3. He is so good. Now, if you put Sun Wukong over there in the solo lane, all those abilities are good, but you don't need that many abilities to be successful over there in the solo lane, right? If you're Sun Wukong in the solo lane, you just pop down your Jingu Bang, you run in there with your 2, you might use your Ox Form, and then you're done. You don't really have to use the rest of your abilities. So the reason why he's a better support than he is a solo is because all of his talents are being wasted over there in the solo lane. And I feel the same exact way about Tyr. I feel Tyr, Blink Tyr to be exact, is so potent at ganking. I think it's a waste to have him over there in the solo lane. It can work. You can be successful. You can come out of the solo lane in the mid game and destroy. But I just think he's just a better jungler because his tools are better utilized. So, long answer to the short answer. The reason why Sun Wukong is a better support is because all of the tools in his kit are utilized more and more efficiently, and also help your ADC much more in that support lane than they do in the solo lane. And that's all I gotta say about that. Thank you so much for tuning in to SMITE Meta Casual News. I love you guys. I love all the feedback and the support you've been giving me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video. Once again, my name is FG3000. You have been you. And that was the news.